Alright, taking a bit of a break right now. Carrying these logs that I collected those out of the woods back there. And I've got another stack right about there. I've got 3 now. I think there might be 5 or 6 more. And this garden space is, those posts, so they're about 5 feet tall, but the deer fencing is 7 feet tall, so that's just not going to work if I use those posts. So I'm going to take those out, use them for something else. What it is, I don't know yet, but they'll get used for something else. And so just gonna continue carrying these things. I don't know if I'm gonna get any in the ground today. There's about an hour and a half of sunlight left, so it is possible. It's just with what I'm using now, I'm gonna have to go probably 2 feet or more into the ground for a good base on these things. There's a lot of wind. That's why I'm putting my garden on that side of the hill and help protect it from the wind. Can't say it's going to do much for the fence, although the fence is very light. I don't know how much wind it'll actually catch. And just have to wait and see. There's plenty of people around here that have fences and gardens like that, so I'm not that worried about it. Plus, a lot of the, there's 5 more logs. So, that dark one, that's pretty heavy. That's 100 plus pounds. And I've got to haul it. Let's see here, where that marker is right there. That's a good 100 yards uphill. I already took a break. Got some food to eat. Chucked some water with some caffeine because I need a boost. Some of these birch trunks that I have here, this is all stuff that fell over during the winter, so it's fairly fresh. Some of this has some fungus growing on it, but I'm not too worried about it. That's just stuff that's going to happen. And I have a feeling once this is out in the sunlight, a lot of that's going to die off. But some other things. Well, we got a rabbit. Decided to buy one. We already had a cage. Had to get the bag of food. We already had the straw and wood chips. Just needed a water bottle. And it's a cute little guy. I'm sure you'll see it in the near future. It's the one that the wife picked out. So he keeps asking, where's the black bunny? Because that's the one that she really wanted. And that's not the one that we got. Oops. So, yep. Now we're into rabbits. We've got the 6 Rhode Island Reds. Now we've got 8 more chicks upstairs. They're getting big. Some of this lumber I don't know, I was drawn between, do I fence the garden first or do I make the run for the chickens? And the garden's taking priority because there's a lot of stuff that we can plant right now, and we still have a couple weeks before the chicks can even be outside without a heat source. Plus, I want them to be bigger before the rooster's trying to hump them. That's not gonna go. That's not gonna go over well. Rooster, he's very frisky. A lot of the hens have missing quite a few feathers on their backs, around their backs and their necks. So he's he knows what he wants, and he's getting it. Well, I think this break time is over. Let's see how many more of these logs I can get up there before I'm making another video. Okay. One left. And let's say just over an hour of sunlight. This one's going to hurt. Man, what else? Oh yeah, I scored a not a dehumidifier, food dehydrator, same thing, basically. A food dehydrator today for $6 at Goodwill. And I've been looking for one, been wanting one. They're fairly expensive. I mean, not like a freeze dryer or tired. Freeze dried? Yeah, food freeze. I think that's what those things are like. $1,500 to $3,000 depending on what you want to get. Plus there's the insane electrical cost of running those things. But hey, you get food for, I mean, once you put something in there, it's good for what, 25 years? That's insane. So, so yeah, I got a food dehydrator. That was, I was so glad when, so we got the rabbit. I also got some bat houses. Because I've been wanting to, I feel bad. We probably killed like 5 or 6 bats from fall until like the winter. Part of that is like our fault. A lot of that is the fault of the prior owner. I finally found there's a substantial hole between the house and the foundation where the bats were getting in. And you know, you can't blame them for trying to find someplace warm when it's getting cold outside. But yeah, ever since I filled that hole in, we haven't had wasp, we haven't had bats. For the most part, the wasps are not getting inside the house anymore. Their numbers are not what they used to be. For whatever reason, we've got a ton of flies. I don't know what the deal with the flies is. I don't know what the heck they're eating, what they're living off of, but the upstairs is filled with them. Outside, they really enjoy like hanging out around the house. I don't get it. It's pretty gross. So I got a couple fly traps today and set those up. Hopefully that'll dwindle the numbers down. Trying to attract, I've got bird houses out. Trying to get some bluebirds or whatever will feed off of these insects. And so yeah, bat houses. So we've got, at the moment, 2 ponds that are filled with water on the property. Starts getting warm out, we're gonna have more mosquitoes out, and so want to get the bat houses up, help those little guys take care of the mosquito population. And well, I'm taking a break here before I completely torture myself. Most of the compost is filled. A lot of that sod that's on top, that's from digging the rows. And I don't really care for, I know there's a lot of people that will just dig and turn it over and put the grass upside down in the rows. I don't like doing that because in my previous experience, it just continues to grow back up. I don't know if it's because the root system is still in there or if the sod just isn't far enough from the ground. I don't really care. I just found it easier to remove it, toss it aside, let it decompose, and then add it back in later when it's done doing its thing. Man, I was really hoping to get more done today, but we ended up going to, well, we went to Farm and Home. That was where I got chicken feed. That was my initial quest. 4 bags of chicken food. Bought that, put that in the car. Next thing I know, we're buying a rabbit. Put that stuff in the car with the bat houses. Then we went next door to Goodwill, found a food dehydrator. Wife went to TJ Maxx, got a new rug for the house. Then we went to Walmart. I'm not a fan of Walmart. I don't particularly care for Walmart. I don't really care for the store. I don't really care for the customers, even though I am one. So what does that say about me? I got 3 bags of 7 foot by 100 foot deer netting for the garden. Those are $15 a piece. That'll play into the story in a little bit. What else did I get there? Got some other stuff there. I don't really remember. Bucket? Strawberries. I got 60 strawberry plants. Of course, later on I'll be planting those, and the number will be substantially lower than what it says on the package. But yeah, I got strawberry plants. I think a bag of oyster shells for the chickens. I want to say that was it. So there, I got that. And then my wife said, well, she wanted to go to Tractor Supply, which is basically the same thing as Farm and Home. I was like, whatever, I haven't been to the Tractor Supply around here before. So we went there. Then I found a tray to put underneath the rabbit cage, which we needed. Then I wasn't really surprised. I was more angry than surprised. Found 7 foot by 100 foot deer netting for $7.99, half the price of Walmart. And that really pissed me off, because at that point I just wanted to go home. I already had all the netting I needed, but unfortunately it cost me twice as much as it should have. And that pissed me off even more. So now I know in the future, if I need deer netting for a garden or any other project, go to Tractor Supply. And then my my wife was saying, "Did we get any chickens that have blue shells? Because they have chickens here that lay eggs with blue shells." And I was just like, I don't know. We already have 14 chickens. I don't think we need any more. We don't have any room for any more. I need to like build this run for the chickens so that they have more space. That's not even building a new chicken coop for them. That's just expanding the space that they have. And that's what I need to work on. I need to give them a little more room, make it safe. It's bad enough the coop that they have. It's big enough for the 6 that we have. But we're adding 8 more birds. That's a problem. So we're going to have to work on that. We're going to have to work on giving them more room, which is just basically buying me more time to get them a bigger coop, or just adding a new coop. Maybe if I just make the run big enough, I can put another coop next to it. Maybe that's what I'll do. Because if there's too many birds fighting over a nest, that's not good. But if we double how many nests they have to lay eggs in, that might work. That might be better. All right, I think I'm rested. I know old JC had it worse. he had like 2 of these. It was, from what I saw, it was probably bigger than this, but yeah. So, whew, this is gonna be interesting. See you when it's done. All right. Well, that sucked. As you can see, it's up here. My my forearm started cramping up really bad about halfway. About the time I got to the bottom of the hill, before the hard part. So I had to drag it up here left-handed. That was not fun. So yeah. But it's done. I think my body needs a rest for a bit. So I think I'm done for today. I think got my supplies for tomorrow. Once I get those in the ground, the wife is gonna help me get the netting up. And then let's show you, shall we? So yeah, there it is. You can see the outline of this 3rd row here that I need to get all the sod out of. And so we have 2 rows of potatoes so far. And I think what I'm going to do, so we've got 30 strawberry plants, and strawberries, they like to shoot out and expand across their area. My wife was saying, isn't 30 strawberry plants quite a bit? We have a lot of mice in the area, and I know that the strawberries are just going to get decimated at first until we start putting like some type of netting or something down to keep the little rascals out. But I think these 3 rows here at the end, this section here, I think we're going to do 10 strawberry plants in each, section that off, and that can be our strawberry patch. And go from there. Honestly, I think in this area, I think we're going to have like 9 or 10 rows. In each row, I didn't want to go too wide. I know 3 feet is the norm. I wanted it to be easy to pick, and I wanted to have better, I mean, we've got so much space here. So I wanted it to be easy to travel, easy to harvest, easy to take care of. So I'm not concerned about maximizing the space. I'm concerned about flow and ease of getting the job done. And normally, people do 3 feet, and it has to do with like, well, it's easy to, if you're crouching down, 1.5 feet, you can reach in. But I don't know. I wasn't really concerned about that. And I've seen other people that went smaller than 3 feet just for the ease of picking. You could do a whole row from one side and have just as much produce. So I think we're going to end up with 10 rows, but they're going to, so if this top row, oh man, I want to say, let's go by yards, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 60. So about 66 feet. So over 50 feet. And then it dwindles down to, I'm guessing, I think it's going to shorten down to like 50 towards the bottom. We've got plenty of space just in this small section of the garden. And the stuff that's going to be at the bottom of the hill here, where these 2 posts are, that's going to be stuff that I'm going to be worried about the wind. And fortunately, we have this hill here. So if there's anything, I'm like tomatoes for one, anything I'm worried about the wind decimating when it comes through here. Because we've got these trees here don't really function well as a windbreak, although the wind in this area is not as bad. Now this area, so let's see here, got those birch trees, that area in there behind the house, that becomes extremely windy. The wind just loves to flow through there. So I think I picked a fairly good spot for the first part of the garden. This is the first step. So this is this is going to be one heck of a task. But hey, when you're discussing stuff like I am, you want to do something about it. You want to be proactive. It takes a lot of work. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that would do things the easy way. They'd already have a $500 rototiller. All the rows would be set. They would have gone to Lowe's or Home Depot or Tractor Supply, bought their pieces of lumber, and whatnot, they'd already have this stuff done. But that's not me. I want to know what it would be like if you know, worst case scenario. I want to be the guy that's prepared for that. And it's not easy. So, oh, that's my day. And, yeah, let's go see the bunny. Well, this is our new rabbit. You want to say hi, rabbit? Rabbit. Hey, you. Big ears. Doesn't say much. So, yeah, that's our rabbit. One so far. Apparently, the wife wants to get another. Because after all, it can't be lonely. Hopefully, it's another female. Another female. Not a, oops. But hey, I think this would be actually a good opportunity to. Cages don't really cost that much. I was surprised. I thought they would cost more. But that one I got on the side of the road. So that saved us quite a bit of money. And that's actually how I transported all of our chickens. Was in that cage right there. I found it on the side of the road. For free. So, let's see here. Say hello, chickens. We've got barred rock. We've got silver lace. Two Americanas. And some other black one that I don't remember what the name of it is. Is that bad? I don't know. This place up here is a freaking mess. Hoping to get some of this stuff out of here, taken care of. Make some room for other things. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm working. Sunday is usually a really light day. Actually, from my understanding, weekends are just really light where I work. From one conversation I heard from another company who works where I'm at, the boss was asking, "Hey, you want to pick up Saturday? It's a light day, 40 stops," which is pretty funny because that's been about our average. 40 stops, I can be back home by between noon and 2. That's how light of a day it is. But man, the last Sunday I worked, it was like something crazy like 20 stops. And yeah, I think that's how tomorrow's gonna. Otherwise, I'm working the next 3 days, and I'm not gonna get anything done. So tomorrow's supposed to be in the 60s, and looking forward to getting those posts up, getting the fence up. I've got to figure out a way of doing some type of gate uh, for the garden. Haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna do that, but that's something else I need to do, and go from there. Maybe I'll get some stuff planted tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. So on the itinerary, a lot of digging. Maybe stapling some fencing to those posts when they're in. I think my final goal could be putting some strawberries in. That can be a good goal. Planting some strawberries, calling it a day. I'll feel good if that happens. Until then, usual, keep on typing.